Hi there. It's really good to see you all. I bet you're thinking, wow, I bet he's a rich guy. And you know what? You're absolutely right. I've got loads of money. Mind you, I wasn't born that way. My family were quite poor when I was young. But when I was a child, I started to look around me and get ideas from other people about how I could make the world a better place and be myself a better person.
Wow, there I am. Pretty fresh face back then, wasn't I? Wow, so innocent. But you know what? Time starts to march on. You start to see different things. You start to make choices. And as you go older and older and older, every day is a set of choices. You can choose to be a good person or a bad person. A person who wants for the greater good of the world, or one who just wants something for themselves. And I looked around for inspiration. See the people who are making a difference. See about those people who inspired others. I wanted to be like them. So what was it about them that really inspired me? This is what you need to think about as you grow older.
So let me tell you a little bit about the people who inspired me. And maybe you can think about the people who inspire you. And then you could tell everybody else, so they can be inspired too. Now that's passing on a powerful message, isn't it? Now, let's see, where shall we start?
Oh, I know. Racing drivers. They're such heroes. They put themselves in those little machines, drive around at 200 miles an hour, and things can go wrong, really wrong. But you know what? They never back down. Even when times are hard, they keep going and going. That taught me a real lesson. You always push to the max, and in the end, you can succeed too. Oh, yeah, and then there's the downhill skiers. Those guys are crazy, and yet they're so strong and so fit and fearless. They only got a helmet to protect them. Leaping down the hill at 100 miles an hour, they practice every day. Practice and practice. And you know what? Once they've got it right, they practice some more to get it even more right. You can learn a lot from that. Practice is really important. And I also admired the other kind of guys. The science guys. There's Bill. He's really good at engaging people and getting his point across. Of course, Mary, she died to make sure that the world was a better place. And even the guys who life was against them, but they discover amazing things. They keep going. Of course, some of them are just geniuses, and we all have to bow to that. But maybe some of the ones in the future can inspire us too.
But you know what? It isn't just the big guys, the celebrities, the sports guys, the guys who were born supposedly with genius. It's ordinary people like you and me. You can get a lot of inspiration from the people around you. Look at what they do every day. I got two really great examples I can tell you about.
So, when I was young, there was an old guy who lived down the street. Nobody ever paid him any attention or talked to him. But he had a history. I found out about it. He was a fighter pilot in the war. He had lots of friends, and every day they had to get in their airplanes and they had to go and fight. That's not the sort of fighting you see on films. This is real hard fighting. Ones where, when you fly off, you take off from the floor, you might never come back down again. It looks glamorous on the pictures. But you know what? Most of the people didn't survive. They went up there every day and they showed bravery. They knew that they were the ones that were going to stop the thing happening that nobody else wanted. We should be honoring those guys. Bravery in the face of danger.
What a brave guy. I learned a lot from that. Standing up to danger even when you don't want to do it. Standing up for what you believe is right. And then there's the other people who life is really against them, and yet you can learn a real lesson from their bravery. A different kind of bravery. A different kind of fight.
So take this little girl. She's called Kirsty. She was born with her heart the wrong way round. And doctor said she'd only live a little while. But you know what? She fought. She ended up going to school, and she even passed all her exams that she took. But she wanted to do something with her life. And so she started a charity and made lots of money for lots of other people. She met celebrities, the Prime Minister, even her pop star idols that she loved to listen to. So many people admired her hard work that she got awards. But you know what? She never stopped smiling, even though life was hard. And she was such an inspiration for her dear mum and dad.
So, there's my examples. But what have you learned? And who are your inspirations? I like to know. The big guys, the famous guys, but also the ones around you that you see every day, because they're the ones who really inspire me. Tell me about them. Tell me what it is that inspires you, and how we can learn from them. I look forward to hearing from you.